Let's go to page 409 on your handout. So this is the second step when you're doing your factoring. So that is this one here, the 3 terms. And we're going to check for the perfect square. And the template would be the parentheses square. Okay, so on number 1, you got x squared plus 6x plus 9. So first you do the step 1 common factor, cannot. So you go to step 2, so 3 terms, right? So 3 terms, you're doing the perfect squares. Okay, so that's your parentheses square. And then what you're going to do it is you have to kind of go backward. You have to think, okay, how are you going to get x squared? So from these, you get that, because x squared will give you x squared. From these, so beginning, you get the beginning. The end, you get the end. So how are you going to get 9? Well, you need to have plus 3, right? So plus 3 square will give you plus 9. Then you check. Okay, so from here, you check 2 times 3 times x will give you 6x, right? 2 times 3 is 6, times x give you 6x. So this match. Okay, so everything match, so this, yes, so this is a perfect square. Okay, so that's all you're doing, you're checking. So number 2, we got x squared y minus axy plus 16y squared. So you do the step 1 common factor first. So factor out y. And so this is not a perfect square because this is not even a square. So right away you know that this is not a perfect square. So this is no. Okay. Number 3, you got x squared plus 14x plus 49. Okay, so step 1 common factor cannot. So step 2, you 3 terms, you check for the perfect squares. So from here you need to get x. From here you need to get plus 7. And then you check the middle term. Right? So 2 times 7 is 14 times x is 14x. So you can from the beginning, use the beginning to get the beginning. Use the end to get the end. And then you check the middle, see if it match. Right? So this will match the middle. Okay? And when it's match, then it's yes. Now I'm just drawing the arrows so you can follow what I'm doing. When you're actually doing it, you don't have to draw the arrows. Okay, now let's go to things like number 5. Okay, you got 4x squared minus 10x plus 25. So step 1, common factor cannot. So you go to step 2, right? This is a square, square, square. So go and get your template ready. So to get 4, you need to get 2 square, right? 2 square will give you 4. And x, so from this you get that, from this you get that, right? So you get these from these. And from here, you're going to get 5. But to match the middle, you have to get minus, because negative square is still positive. So this over here, the plus or minus, will have to match the middle. Okay. So from 25, you go backward, you get 5, right? 5 squared is 25. So now you check, see if it matches the middle, right? And when you're checking, first you check the sign, right? Negative, negative match, right? The number 2 times 5 is 10 times 2 is 20, but this is 10, so it doesn't match, right? It didn't match, so answer is no. This is not, they don't match. So this is not a perfect square. Okay. So once they don't match, that means your guess is not correct, and so it's not going to be a perfect square. Now, when you get to number 11 through 25, every one of them is a perfect square, so every one of them is factorable. So you need to know how to factor it. Okay. But let's go to 19. So when you got 4x4 y squared minus 24x squared y z3 plus 36 z to the 6. So first thing you have to do is you have to do common factor. So you got 4, 24, 36. You can factor out the 4. And then you got x squared, x to the 4, x squared. But that's not x over here, so you cannot do it. Okay, and then you do the y. No, that's not y over here. Can you do z? So that's not z. So cannot, right? So only thing you can factor is the 4. So you got x to the 4, y squared minus 6, x squared y z to the 3 plus 9 z to the 6. So that's your step 1. Then you got 3 terms, and all these are perfect squares, so you want to get the parentheses square, and make sure you follow through with your 4. Right? Don't forget your 4. Okay. So now you have to start to break things up. So to get x to the 4, you need to get x squared. To get the y squared, you need to have the y. Remember, use the beginning to get the beginning. Use the end to get the end, right? And you need to get minus to match the middle, right? So to get 9, you have to get 3, right? 3 squared give you 9. You need to get z to the 3. Square give you 6. Okay? So you can use the beginning, get the beginning. Use the end, get the end. Then you try to see if it match the middle, right? The sign is negative, so match. The number, so you go sign, number, alphabet. So sign, match. The number, 2 times 3 is 6, it match. So you got x squared, y, z to the 3, so match. So that's it. So that's how you factor the trinomial square into a perfect square.